What's the biggest beauty secret you discovered about someone naturally gorgeous? So my sister Emma has always been the natural beauty of our family. Like, she'd roll out of bed looking like she stepped off a magazine cover while I'm over here looking like I got hit by a truck. Our parents constantly praised her for being so confident, going makeup-free, and embracing her natural beauty. My mom would literally bring her up as an example to other family members about how she didn't need all that fake stuff like other girls her age. I genuinely thought she was just genetically blessed and honestly felt pretty bitter about it. For 3 years straight, she'd wake up every single morning and come down to breakfast looking absolutely perfect. Flawless dewy skin, perfectly defined eyebrows, long dark lashes that looked like they belonged in a mascara commercial, and this subtle glow that made everyone jealous. She'd always make these comments about how she couldn't understand why girls torture themselves with makeup and how she was lucky to be naturally pretty. She'd even give me advice about learning to love my natural features while looking like a literal goddess. I started getting suspicious when I noticed she was always the first one up, even on weekends. Like, who voluntarily wakes up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday? And she'd always have this excuse about being a morning person or wanting to watch the sunrise. One morning, I had to pee really badly around 5:30 a.m. and walked past her room. Her light was on, and I heard this weird tapping sound, almost like someone was doing construction work. I quietly pushed her door open just a crack and nearly dropped dead from shock. There she was, sitting at this massive Hollywood-style vanity I'd never seen before, surrounded by what looked like a professional makeup station. She had this ring light going, multiple mirrors set up at different angles, and literally dozens of high-end products lined up like she was about to perform surgery. I'm talking foundations, concealers, bronzers, highlighters, setting sprays, brushes of every size imaginable. I watched her for like 10 minutes, completely mesmerized and honestly kind of horrified. She was contouring her cheekbones with this tiny angled brush, filling in her eyebrows hair by hair with some kind of micro pencil, curling her lashes with a heated curler, applying some kind of tinted moisturizer in thin layers, and doing this whole highlighting routine that made her skin look like it was glowing from within. She even had color correcting primers and setting powders I'd never heard of. The craziest part was how incredibly skilled she was at it, like scary, professional level good. She was blending everything so perfectly that it genuinely looked like she wasn't wearing anything at all. She even had this special technique where she'd mess up her hair just slightly and pinch her cheeks to make it look more natural. The whole thing was like watching an artist create a masterpiece. The entire routine took her exactly 45 minutes every single day. Then she'd spray herself with this expensive setting spray, clean up all evidence like she was covering up a crime scene, and hide everything in this secret compartment behind her bookshelf that I never knew existed. By the time she came downstairs, she looked like she'd just splashed water on her face and called it a day. I confronted her about it later that week, and she completely broke down. Turns out she'd been watching YouTube tutorials since she was 14, and had spent literally thousands of dollars on products over the years. She was terrified that if anyone found out, they'd think she was fake or insecure. Funny thing is, she actually looked amazing without any makeup too. She'd been doing this routine for so long that she'd forgotten what her real face looked like. She thought she was ugly without all the products, even though she was naturally gorgeous. Now she's slowly transitioning to actually going makeup-free some days, but man, it really made me realize how much pressure we put on people to look effortlessly beautiful. Sometimes the most natural-looking people are actually working the hardest to appear that way.